Hi, welcome back to Heart Alchemy Yoga. My name is Gloria Baraquio. We are at the Springs in downtown LA, and I'm happy to be with you today. We're going to share a practice that I like to call just breathe and stretch. Many of us do a very strong practice, or we have a very long, intense, maybe stressful workday. And I just highly recommend this for people who really need to bring it down. Maybe it's a full moon, or maybe you're sick, or maybe you're just feeling tired, but you want to move that energy. Not that you need more energy, but that you want to move the energy. Yeah, so a lot of it we can balance by just breathing and stretching. So this is great if you're new to yoga, but it's also great if you just need to relax. So let's start in an easy seated position. If it's not easy for your hips to sit like this, you're welcome to prop yourself up with a cushion, or you're also welcome to sit like so. You're also welcome to sit on your shins. So let's just breathe and stretch together and enjoy this time that we're taking for ourselves. Hopefully you're at home enjoying the silence of solitude and this video, or maybe you're with a loved one or a good friend and you both have made a decision to relax together, which is beautiful. So we'll start deep inhaling. Come from the base of your spine all the way up through each vertebra, through the belly, the chest, the throat, through the crown of the head. And exhale, maybe with the mouth slightly open, like we were fogging a mirror. Let's do two more just like this. Close your eyes if that helps you relax and drop in. Inhaling. Imagine it's a 5 or 7 count breath. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more just like that. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then from there, from an easy seated position, just want to do nice soft circles. This gets into the hips and the lower back. It also gets the fluids moving through the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. I like to close my eyes when I do these circles. I call them Sufi circles. And I start to feel them in my inner thighs. I definitely wake up my wrists here. And we like to inhale on the way forward and exhale on the way back. And I like to play with the shape of my circle. Maybe it's smaller. Maybe it gets bigger. Maybe it's mostly rib cage. Maybe it's really moving from the lower back. And then maybe it's a lot of shoulder. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll reverse the circle, moving the other direction, and see how that feels. Good. Inhale on the way forward. Exhale on the way back. It's amazing how much we forget to breathe throughout the day, throughout stressful experiences, throughout really exciting, happy experiences, right? Sometimes we just need to take a deep breath. The breath is the life force. So when we don't breathe, we're shortchanging ourselves on life, on prana, So this time right now is just to remind us how key the breath is in our life. Good. And when you're ready, inhale up to center. Take the breath all the way from the base of the spine through the crown of the head. Keep lifting the breath. Keep holding the breath. Hold it. Exhale. Good. From here, let's just stretch that right leg out to the side. We'll do a side stretch. So let's inhale, take the left arm up, and maybe this is just how far you go today. I like to maybe hold on to my ankle. Some of us can go a little bit deeper. So we want to keep the left sit bone on the ground. Maybe you'll take the right arm inside of the leg. I like to hold on to my big toe. And I like to turn my heart up to the sky and feel that side stretch, the heart open. Good, and then maybe I'll swing my left arm over like a side angle pose. And we want to take deep breaths here, inhaling, exhaling. For people who are super flexible, you're going to go a little bit deeper. Keep activating this right foot. Maybe you'll grab that foot and keep turning, opening the heart. Breathing, and if you feel like you're forcing it, like it's too much stretch in the side body, pull back and just maybe keep that left hand on the hip or swing it over like a side angle. Good. And if that feels really deep for you, you can start to roll down towards the earth. And then inhale, coming up. Good. And then we switch sides. Oh, I love that one. Oh, feels so good to open the side body all the way up through the heart. So draw the toes toward the shin, switching sides. Tuck that other foot into the inner thigh. I like to turn right here. And again, some of us maybe just hold onto the ankle, side angle. Right? Turn the heart up towards the sky. Maybe gaze up past the elbow. I like to turn the pinky finger in. You roll the triceps in. Some of us will go deeper. We want to exhale anytime you go a little further. Maybe forearm on the ground. Maybe you'll grab that foot and open. Breathe and keep drawing the right hip down. And keep opening the heart. Feeling the side body stretch as well as this whole inner thigh and some hamstring. Such a good stretch. Good, and slowly you can release that right arm. I like to drop the chest towards the earth to ease back to center. That always does a lot for my body, especially when I'm feeling wound up, stressed, tight. We're going to go wide legs here. So some of us, depending on our lower back or hip tightness, we're going to change the angle. Some of us are here, some of us can go a little bit wider. Some of us are like ballerinas or super wide, ballerina cheerleaders. So you find where your body's at today. I want you to draw the toes toward the shins. I want you to notice your kneecaps pointing up, toes pointing up, and try to keep them pointing up, feet pressing out, especially when we fold. Because when we fold, there's a tendency to either keep swaying them in, or some of us have a sway out. So to find a full length and extension through all sides of the legs. Try to keep it pointing up, navel to the spine, inhaling. Exhale, hinge at the hips, maybe walk the hands. Maybe this is how far you go. Keep paying attention to your knees, toes pointing up, right? So the whole back of the leg is rooted into the earth. Maybe you can fold a little bit more, walk a little bit more, use the exhale. Exhaling here. Maybe your forearms. Some of you are really, really open. You might come to your forehead, chest on the ground maybe. Without forcing it, right? We never want to force it. We're here to relax. We're not here to actually add more stress to the body. So find this healthy edge where you're opening, but you're not straining. We're not forcing, where it feels just really, really sweet. And so much benefit comes from these stretches when we actually hold them for some time and allow the body to really be breathed. So when I'm still here, probably like 8 breaths in, I'm breathing in all the way through my feet, through my inner thighs, from my lower back. This is also a great one to really start to relax the body. Go take your time inhaling, walking it back up. Good, and slowly hug the knees into the belly. You can just hold the knees here. Find your breath. Good. So, give a little break to our legs and hamstrings. So we will lay on our back and let's get our feet maybe to the wide edges of the mat so they're wider than your hips. And we call these windshield wipes. So we inhale. You want to make sure your shoulder blades are flat. And you want to inhale to center. Exhale, drop down the knees to the left floor. You can feel this whole stretch from right shoulder down through your right knee. If you really kind of drop your right knee more towards the floor, it doesn't have to touch the floor, just down, and maybe point the right knee away from you. You can feel it all the way through this side body. And then inhale back up to center and exhale down all the way to the right. And same thing, we can feel all the way through our left side. Again, so much tension that we build in our hips and our shoulders. And all we need is a little breath to loosen it up. It's just like, oil for the tin man. That's what the breath does. It gives lubrication and space for us to move more freely. Inhale up to center. So let's go at our own pace. Some of us really are feeling this, so we just want to hold that. And some of us can even tack that left foot onto the knee to stretch it in a different way. And that gets into the lower back as well. And then you can switch sides when you're ready, down to the right floor, maybe right foot on the left knee. Pick up that left hip even more. Feel it in the lower back, front hip flexor. Good, inhale back to center. Some of us just want to get just some movement going, so you just move faster, left and right. Just like you choose the pace of your windshield wipe. How rainy is it on your windshield? Yeah, good. And then from there, we'll come back to center. And then from here, I love this for a hip opener, but relaxing, is we cross the right ankle over the left knee, draw the right knee away from us. So some of us kind of stay here. I want this action to happen because that starts to really open the hip and the lower back even more. We'll inhale, take both legs toward us. I like to interlace behind the left knee, keep pressing the right knee away from me, and try to keep the sacrum on the earth versus it coming up. It's a different stretch, similar but different. I want to keep the sacrum down and then keep drawing the legs in. This we want to hold for at least, 5 to 10 breaths. So let's keep breathing. After a long day, it really helps to do the open mouth exhale. Good, and you can exhale and keep bringing it in even more. And then let's Let's slowly release. Beautiful. And then switching sides, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Draw the left knee away from you. Take them both in. Good. Press that left knee away, but keep drawing the sacrum or tailbone down to the earth. And breathing. Beautiful. It feels beautiful. Oh, so good for our lower back and our hips. One more deep breath. Take it in a little bit deeper. And slowly release. Beautiful. Okay. Let's straighten the legs. And just feel the rest here. A feeling of rest. We'll hug the right knee. We'll inhale. On the exhale, we'll cross that knee over towards the left floor. It doesn't actually have to touch the floor. It just needs to, you just want to feel an opening from shoulder to hip. Try to keep the right shoulder, the right hand on the ground. When you're ready, you'll exhale, or you'll take an inhale. On the exhale, you want to go a little bit deeper. So maybe you take the right shoulder off the ground. Maybe you take the right knee towards the floor. It's up to you what stretch you're going for. I'm feeling this all the way from my right shoulder, all the way through my right hip, lower back, my belly. Twists are great to just loosen up all the tension in shoulders and hips, but also it massages and really wakes up the digestive organs so that they can do their job more efficiently and have things move through us, move our toxins out. Deep inhale. Exhale, melt a little bit more, close the eyes. You're welcome to just look up at the sky, or some people like to look right. Feel this in the shoulder. You can always readjust. Maybe get more flat on the shoulders, or really bend the knee, straighten the leg, whichever. Our bodies want different things at different times. Let's inhale back to center. Good. I like to hug the knee. Actually, let's hug the knee towards the armpit. So it's outside of the rib cage. And just sort of, again, finding more lubrication in the joints, the hip joint. Good. Take a break. When you're ready, release the right leg. Hug the left knee in. On the exhale, drop it over towards the right floor. And some of you might get a little cracklies in the spine. Just realigning the spine. Again, maybe left hand on the ground, left shoulder on the ground. See how deep you want to twist here, where you might want to feel it. I feel it right here in this lower back, connected to the hip, the glute. And breathing. Maybe I'll look left. Inhaling, exhaling. Move a little bit deeper into it. Feeling into the rib cage, side body. Good. And when you're ready, inhale back to center. Good. And straighten the legs again. Feel that first. And then let's hug the knees. And then let's come back to a seated position. And I like to do a seated twist, which is different from the reclined twist that we just did, but similar, right? So let's get the left heel under the right sit bone and cross the right foot over. If that's too much of a cross, you can take the right foot in front of the shin. or if you can, take it by the thigh. And I want to hug that right knee, looking right. So instead of leaning just into the left sit bone, I want you to drop the right sit bone. Keep looking right. Some of you will just hug the knee, keep pressing the foot into the earth so you can really open up into that glute. And then really opening up into the lower and the upper back and the heart, chest area. Maybe you will bind if you're feeling open and flexible today. Your hand will meet the other hand, and we'll inhale and we'll exhale and we'll twist. So the reclined twist kind of warmed us up for this. And it's a different twist, right? It's interesting to notice how it feels to be sitting up or laying down, and how the energy moves differently when the spine is reclined or the spine is upright towards the sky. It's a different sense of energy and relaxation. And just we notice in our practice, sometimes we need to lay down, and sometimes we need to sit up, and sometimes we need to stand up and dance and do a whole strong vinyasa flow. But that's part of the practice, is just really being mindful of what our body needs. So we'll come back to center and we'll switch sides. So right heel under the left sit bone, cross the left foot. Inhale, holding that knee. And exhale, go a little bit deeper. Keep dropping the left hip down so that the left sit bone stays on the ground instead of kind of hiking it up. Drop it down. We'll find more length here. Some of us will bind. Grab that hand. Keeping that elbow outside the knee. Inhaling, lift and twist. I feel this in my left hip. Feel this through the belly. Feel this through my heart and my chest and my shoulders. Feel it in my neck. I feel the breath moving all the way through the spine in a straight line. Use the exhale to go a little bit deeper. And slowly coming back. So that's a nice prep coming into a hip opener. Some people have a hard time with this. Some people it's easy just based on their body type or based on how much they practice. Fire log pose. Some people call it double pigeon. It's the heel over the knee over the heel. So it's less of this, like a regular cross leg, and it's more of a, feels like a parallelogram. So the shins are parallel to the edge of your mat. They're stacking, just like so, like fire logs would stack without rolling away. And if you can or want to activate your feet, several things you can do with your hands. Some people like to throw their fingers through the toes and then exhale, hinge. And it's okay if the knee's up a little bit, right? Depending on where your hips are. What you want to feel is a hip opener. Yeah, so again, you're going to hinge at the hips, maybe come to the forearms. This is one of those poses that you might want to work on daily if you feel like it is working for you and it's not hurting you. This really gets into the lower back and the hips. For many of us who sit, stand, walk, run a lot, that's many of us, maybe stuck in traffic, this is the pose. Yeah, when I first discovered this pose, maybe, I don't know, 7 years ago, I was like, that's the one. So, this is something you can do, like, if you're listening to someone talk or you're watching TV, or just try to stay in it for, 5 to 10 minutes and just breathe. Good. We're gonna slowly come back up and just feel that. And we're going to switch sides. Let the left shin go on the bottom, right heel on top of the left knee, knee on top of the heel. Again, try to make a straight line, so parallel, like they were parallel to your pelvis. Inhaling, take the navel to the spine, exhaling, folding. Oh, one side might feel different. Usually they do. This one feels really good. Good, like it's working. Maybe a little tighter than the other side. Exhaling. Good. So, one mantra you might want to have through the day is breathe and stretch, right? If you're driving too much, if you're flying or traveling, flights can be so tough on the body. If you are sitting at a desk all day or hunched over a computer, hunched over your phone, remind yourself, breathe and stretch, breathe and stretch, breathe and stretch. You can breathe and stretch in your chair, you can breathe and stretch at the wall, you can breathe and stretch in the bathroom, on your bathroom break. You can always breathe and stretch. You don't actually have to do a full yoga practice. But if you don't get to breathe and stretch at work, please come and use our videos after work, after a long day. Inhale, coming up when you're ready. So when you're ready, let's just hug the knees in and just notice the quality of your body. I feel more yummy and juicy, got the fluids and the breath moving through my joints, my tightness in my shoulders and my hips. Woke up the belly. Feel like I can make dinner. Feel like I can maybe get to more work that I need to get to. Just a little bit of balanced energy now, not so tired or overwhelmed. So we'll finish together, just sitting tall and noticing the quality of our practice, any changes that occurred with the breath, the mind, the heart, the body. And if it feels good to you, we'll Om together. Take a deep inhale, bring the hands to the heart. This clears the energy, this opens an energy. Big inhale. Namaste. May you be peaceful and happy. Thank you. My name is Gloria Baraquio. We are at Heart Alchemy Yoga. Please find us on youtube.com/Heart Alchemy Yoga and subscribe to us, and we'll see you soon.